This match tied at a set apiece. We have no fans in the building. We have some smiling cutouts, our friends Patrick and SpongeBob. We have some familiar faces out there.
Yeah, I was looking at them. I was looking at Patrick, SpongeBob. We got some puppies, which I love to see because I don't think puppies would be allowed to actually be here, so the cutouts are my favorite.
Can't go wrong with some dogs at the game here. A lot of familiar faces back there. The first two I caught were SpongeBob and Patrick along with Mr. Met out there. I think you were mentioning Pete Alonso there in the top right corner, your home run king for New York.
Yeah, I mean, how can you not like the polar bear? The smiley guy always winning. Mets should have a good season this year. Fingers crossed.
They do. Of course, new owner Steve Cohen coming in and spending quite a bit of money for this team.
Must be nice.
Yeah, yeah.
I would like to have all that money.
And owning a baseball team.
Yeah, you know, casual.
Seem to be on the rise.
Yeah.
We'll have to see if they can make things work this upcoming season. A lot of moving parts still to work with the virus. I'll see if they can get a full season, and that'll be nice.
Yeah.
Here in this match, though, it's one set apiece. St. John's fell in the first set 25-21, and in a hard-fought second, they took it 30-28.
Yeah, that second game was easy for nobody. Going to 30 points is not only stressful, it's also hard because you're constantly like, you know, you're nervous that you're gonna swing and you're gonna hit out, but you also want to try to swing your hardest to get yourself the point. Those kind of games are always something that makes your palms sweat.
Yeah, and we talked about the fans and the cardboard cutouts already. How does it impact the environment and you as a player when there's no one in the stands to cheer for you?
It's quiet. I mean, you think when you have a great kill, you know, you're used to everyone getting so excited, or a block, you're like, oh, look at her, like she crushed it. So it's hard, I feel like, to get yourself in that mindset of this isn't a scrimmage, this isn't a practice, this is a game that's going on our record. I think that's a hard mindset to try to get behind.
After the kills, they've tried to add in some music and some sound, but it's just not the same as when they're actually fans in the building.
It's definitely, I mean, I can start yelling for them. If I don't know if they want me to cheer, but it's definitely a weird environment. And then people you do see, they're in masks and face shields. It's just it's a weird time to be an athlete right now, but I think everyone's handling it really well.
What are the keys here for both St. John's and Stony Brook moving into the third set?
St. John's needs to move the ball around a little more. I think that would be great. I think that if they start tipping a little more, pushing, I think that'll really help them. And the Seawolves, they're doing really well. I think they fought hard in that last set. I think that if they can put the ball away more, they'll be better off.
Well, get this. Rastelli had 8 kills in that second set, had just 3 in the first, but hitting .556, 11 kills on 18 attacks compared to Alexikou, who's got 4 kills and 4 errors on 22 attacks.
Yeah, that's not like her, but I think it's because she's being blocked so much.
And another service ace, Julia Kim comes through for Stony Brook to open things up, and sort of deja vu the last 3 sets, Stony Brook's taking the first point.
Yeah, I think that if Stony Brook keeps us on this run, well, I spoke too soon. I think it's my fault. I'm sorry, that was me. But no, I think that these next few sets are going to be tight ones. I think it's going to be point for a while unless someone can go on that run and make themselves known that they want the points.
We've only really had one big run so far in this match, and it was very early on. It was in the first set. It was 1-1, and then Stony Brook rattled off 6 in a row, and they were up for the rest of the set. They never trailed in the first. See if either of these teams can get off to the early lead, and Kuhn sends it into the net. Tozy back on that service line with the Johnnies up by a pair here in the third set. Seawolves won the first set 25-21. It took a lot, but St. John's managed to pull out the second 30-28. And they lead this one by 2, and how about that touch from Lauren Schmitz?
That was great, and it looked like her back row told her tip, 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 because right after they pointed at each other like, yes, you're welcome. I told you where to put it. Everyone was sitting on their heels on St. John's, and no one was ready for you to tip into the donut.
Now, I have to ask, as a bit of an outside observer here, if you're yelling tip, doesn't that sort of tip off St. John's?
You would think, but I don't think your brain is moving quick enough to be like, yeah, she's saying it, but she might also not listen. And then I'm ready for a tip, and she hits it way behind my head.
That time around, Alexaku went with a tip. Not quite as strong of a swing, but it gets the job done.
Right. I think that they're expecting her to swing, so if she tips more often than not right now, she will get a kill.
Alexaku averages about 5 kills per set. She has 5 kills here through 3 sets, so a quieter afternoon for Alexaku.
They shut her down early, and I think that they're starting to pick up on that. I'm trying to move the ball around a little more because they think it's going to go right to Alexaku.
She was the Big East preseason player of the year. It says a lot about the talent. They go back to Alexaku, and she's blocked. And that's going to shut down a player like her. You know, she's had 5 errors now in the match.
Yeah, they keep blocking her, and you can't swing through them. The blockers that they put in front of Alexaku, very smartly, are a wall. You have to tip over them, use their hands, swing a little higher. That'll be her best bet.
And she did that yesterday. She was really good at tipping over the block, but today she hasn't recognized it quite as well. And Stony Brook has all of a sudden evened things up.
Yeah, right behind the block on Alexaku. I'll look again, but I don't think there's anyone sitting right underneath it. So there's a big hole there.
Ooh, just out of rhythm. The set from Bomrakova looking for Cathariou. And those are some of the growing pains you're going to go through with a new setter.
Yeah, it's always so frustrating as a middle because you're reaching as far as you possibly could and just missing it.
Alexaku, that's just too much.
She's trying to swing harder, hoping that she'll be able to break through it, but they are a wall. You have to hit around them, you can't hit through them.
It's unbelievable. The Big East preseason player of the year has been shut down. 5 kills and 6 errors here midway through the 3rd set for a player who had 16 kills yesterday.
I think it's impressive that it's been this long for someone to shut her down like this. If you watch St. John's or you're watching game tape before playing them, you know Alexaku is their main hitter. So I think her being shut down like this, she's not used to, which is surprising.
So St. John's is trying to go after some different targets. They've gone with Tozy, who has 7 kills, and Rastelli, who's got 12. And those targets have been working.
That's great to have that deep of a bench, that our main hitter isn't doing what she normally does. Let's move it around, and it's great to see that the other players can rise to that occasion and take those extra sets and actually get something out of them.
Something that St. John's can at least try to find some solace in is that Mikulova, their senior outside hitter from the Czech Republic, is out. She was out yesterday, out today. It doesn't appear to be anything serious from the looks of it, but that has to be something that they can at least say, well, down the road we're going to have another hitter, another player we can add into that mix.
Right, yeah, that's good to look forward, but it's also great that even though she is out, they still don't look to be, a real hole in their roster.
Not a great set again, but it's enough for Alexaku to convert. She was in a bit of a weird spot that time, off balance, but still gets the kill.
Yeah, she knew that she wasn't going to be able to get all the power behind it, so instead she tried to just roll shot it over to an empty spot, which is going to work out better for her right now.
Especially for someone in a slump, you'll take points like that when you can get them.
Absolutely.
DeLong off the block. They'll try her again. Oh, in that corner. And it's another point for the Seawolves.
She followed it to the line, confidently thought it was going to be out, so she wasn't ready to actually play it.
Julia Kim, the setter for Stony Brook to serve with a 2-point advantage. Another one of these back and forth sets. Oh, wow, Cathariou out of the middle, no question about that one.
She felt good about that one. After she swung, she's like, oh, I felt good. That was a beautiful swing, and I know it.